Good evening, good morning, and good very early morning in the US. So we're live here in Australia at 8 p.m. Melbourne. We're live at 11 a.m. UK time. Whoops, the dog just ran off the couch. And we're, I think, 3 to 6 a.m. in America. So we've got Ellis from The Good Shit Guru coming on today, which will be great to see. I haven't spoken to her for Morning Other Places. Yes, sorry, Sarah shot me. Morning Other Places. Actually, I've just realised who you are. So there you go. What was I talking about? And I just did look up what episode she was in the podcast. So, Sarah, if you're there and you want to look up what episode she was in, that'd be good. I think it was 137, and you'll get to hear a bit about her life. So, yes, that's good. Let's see if I can invite her. We've actually only got you here, Sarah, at the moment. Wonder where everybody is tonight. Usually they're all here. There she is. So, yes, Wednesday again. Hopefully you've all had a good week. And we'll get Ellis in. She's just joined. I don't know why, if you look at her name there in the comments, it's got SHT. Used to have a little asterisk in the middle there. So, is she coming? What does that mean? Oh, accept. Okay, I haven't done it that way before. It's just coming, Sarah shot me. Is that a reference to photography? Doesn't say the number, just amazing. Oh, God. There you are. There you are.
Hi, how are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good. Awake at 11 o'clock on my day off, which is actually shocking, so it is. I'm surprised.
You sleep in later?
Sometimes if I'm taking the day off, sometimes I'll sleep in later, but I was quite a deep sleeper last night, so I was scared I was going to sleep through my alarm, but no, I didn't. How are you?
Good. So I was just saying, we haven't got many people here yet, but I was just saying, I think you were in episode 137, but I might be wrong. So I was just saying that because this will go on to playback, what's it called, Instagram videos where people can watch it after. And it was a really great interview we did, conversation we had. And it was the one that made me cry hearing your story.
Sorry.
So, what's been happening? I think it's a year that I've spoken to you.
Is it a year? Do you know that's mad, because that means it's a year since really, because that was quite early doors into me starting this. How's my signal, by the way? Because it's saying that my signal's a bit wonky. Can you see and hear me?
No, it's not wonky. I can see and hear you. Yep, you're good.
Cool. Basically, about a year ago is when I started the Good Shit Guru, and it was quite early doors that we did the podcast. So if it's about a year now, a lot has gone on in that.
I think the podcast, if I remember, went out in the September, and so that means we probably recorded it 2.5 months before that.
Yeah.
Yep. So, and I think when I found you on Instagram, you had only just been going a little while.
Yeah, I had only been going a month or something. So
Was that your first podcast?
Yeah. Yeah. Here we are.
Those people who are watching, I have been trying to tee something up with Ellis, but either I haven't had time to record a podcast or Ellis has been busy, and that's why I said, look, if you come on a live, then we can do it quicker, because the podcast list just keeps growing and you're in there, but let's get you on and chat to you now.
Okay, okay.
So do you want to give us a little bit of an overview about you, what happened to you, why you started what you're doing now, and then we'll move on to your new exciting stuff.
Okay.
Well, it's all good stuff.
It's all good stuff, but you're right, like there's a lot of shifts and changes, because as we spoke in the podcast, obviously quite in depth, when I was younger, so I was born with a cleft lip and palate, and in school, without like putting sympathy or anything on it, had quite a difficult time with like explicit levels of bullying and challenges that came with that. As I said in the podcast, you know, it was getting to a point with the bullying where something had to give and something had to stop, so that I could actually move forward and move on with my life and do whatever it is now that I'm doing. And one day in school, as I had said to you, you know, this person, they bullied me for the last time because something came over me, and I remember reacting and retaliating in such a way that ended my bullying for the rest of my days. But on the back of that, I actually understood that I'd caused fear in another person. I'd caused fear in someone. So even though I'd been bullied for probably about 12, 13 years at this point, here I was.
Oh, I think you've just frozen. Hopefully you come back. Hold on, you've just frozen, if you can hear me. Hold on, we just lost you for a minute there. So I think you got up to that you'd been, yeah, and we can see you again now. So you got up to, you know, you'd been bullied for about 12 or 13 years, and then yeah.
Like literally like the person that had been doing it again, but on the back of be this kind of person that caused fear or incited any sort of fear, even to those that were causing harm to me, because it was counterproductive. It wasn't causing me any. I wasn't actually feeling better by doing that. Yes, it stopped like the bullying for the rest of my life, which I suppose served a purpose, but it also kind of awoke in me to be like, I never want to step out of rage or malice. So I began this sort of journey into the mind. I went to university, studied psychology, did my master's in it, and started working in these like well-being facilities. But I'm talking like I would work in, so I worked in an autistic residential school. I worked in, oh, I'm just going to leave that. It's a bit of mascara fell down there, but I can't get off, so you love it like that. So then I worked in secure units, and it was all very based on anger and emotional intelligence, we'll say. But I just kept thinking that there was this revolving door, like the same people going out or the same people coming in, the same people, you know, we would apply like a catch-all system to mental health, crime, learning, different abilities, we'll say that. And it wasn't fitting me, it wasn't for me at all. So I quit my job. It didn't align with who I was or what I believed in. So for the last few months, about 6 months, I've been getting my certification to be a spiritual life coach. And that's where I'm at now. So I'm certified now. I have an abundance of clients, which I don't want to say, I'll be humble about it, because I wasn't expecting it to just go like that. But
yeah,
it did. And if I could say to myself back then, this girl that was really bullied and really struggling and hated the way it felt to be like the limelight shone on me for all these negative reasons. If I could go back and tell her, like, you're not going to tumble down the vicious, contagious route of anger and nastiness. You're not going to be sad and lost. You're going to actually go and get yourself a massive education, and then you're going to change the game and create your own business designed to empower people. I wouldn't have believed it, but if I could go back in time and say that now, oh, I would have done that. I would do that.
And look, I mean, you had a really good education and you had been studying, and then
Yeah.
you found with COVID that you'd quit one job, but then you couldn't get into another job because COVID was happening.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think, was it telesales or something like that you were working in?
So
And you did that for quite a while COVID was on.
yeah. So I went and completed a master's. I was working in a secure facility, so it was like a protected maximum secure facility, and how can I say it? I just felt like these people were like us and them, and I'm thinking these are freaking humans here. Like, this is human beings,
Yeah.
and like, I filter what I say because I kind of came in with these like ideas that I maybe wanted to shift things around, and they just didn't feel like they were landing. It was easier to
Yeah.
stick with the structure, which wasn't working in my humble opinion. Otherwise, why were similar faces continually coming back in if the rehabilitation program worked that well?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I literally had enough, and I had no plan, no idea, and I walked into the secure unit that day, took off my badge, took off my keys, took off my alarm, handed it, and I said, "You won't see me again." Walked out, like heart pounding. I was like, "What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I've just quit my job." And I walked out the secure unit, phoned my dad, cried. "Dad, I've quit my job. Like, I just couldn't do it. I don't agree with it." And 2 days later, COVID hit. Couldn't get another job, so I got it was a 13-meter cable, and I ran it through my mum's house because I was staying at my mum's. I couldn't move out my mum's at that point anymore, so I was living in my mum's, my room as a child at my mum's, with this wire connected to the broadband router, and I worked in telesales all through. Yeah.
Wow. It's
It was not.
amazing because, yeah, when I spoke to you, you just finished telesales and you were starting up your own business. So to see you go from there to now, and you've got plenty of clients and what you're doing now, it's amazing. And it shows that with persistence and consistency, you get to where you want to be.
Yeah, it does, and I think on the back of that, it's there's proof in the pudding. Do not stay somewhere where you're not happy.
Yeah.
Like, whether that's a mental location or an actual physical location, move away from that. Like, if you're harboring around thoughts that are like negative self talk, or you're saying rubbish stuff about yourself, that is a location in your mind, and you shouldn't stay there because it serves no purpose. So move on to something else. Don't get me wrong, like, I'm saying this from the other side now. When I quit my job and COVID hit, uh, that was tough. I actually quite enjoyed the telesales job. I'm not going to lie, I actually quite liked it. I did.
Well, I guess there was no stress really in it, was there, compared to what you were doing before?
No, and it was very strange. Like, within a week, I had stopped rolling about the floor of a secure unit, pulling security alarms and slamming emergency doors, pulling my little microphone down and be like, "Hi, good morning, blah blah blah," and it really was a bit of a kind of an alien experience, but I kind of liked it. I was like, "Well, do you know what? At least this is like calm." Do you know what I mean? The worst I'm gonna
Yeah,
get.
that's what I was just going to say. Look, when I was younger, I worked in a secure unit with people with intellectual disability who had done crimes. So we had a pedophile, a rapist,
Yeah.
a murderer, and someone who'd attacked a policeman. And when I left, like I loved the job, but when I left, I realized how much more relaxed everything was because I wasn't actually having to be alert all the time. Where are they? What are they doing? Am I going to get hit? You know, it was such a different feeling.
It is. It is such a different feeling. Like I was much the same to you. Like mine's were individuals that were in between that sort of mid-teenage stage, but like they had, some of them had committed really, really deep dark crimes, and it was like to go from being the person in the middle of all of that to sitting in my room answering phone calls. It actually was wild. It actually was a wild thing, but I suppose you could say it did actually end up leading to my really big awakening and calling to go and do this sort of spiritual coaching. That because I'd managed to do something that I genuinely think was terrifying, like leaving my job and not having money and having to work in a call centre was tough. But then to decide to go and do my own business from the very ground up, I can't believe, like I can believe it, but I now have clients. I'm now a coach. Like the last 3 years of my life have like literally been almost a roller coaster. I'm not going to lie. At times I felt a wee bit sick. I did. Sometimes
There's LJV coaching on here, Leandra, and you two
uh-huh.
are pretty much on the same wavelength of what you're doing, spiritual coaching and stuff like that. And she's in
Okay.
Scotland as well. I don't know if she's near
Oh,
you, but you guys should probably follow each other because you could probably work things out. There she is. She's saying amazing. Yeah.
100%. I will follow.
Where are you, Leandra? What do you call it? Suburb? Do you call it town, village? I can't remember. I know you've moved around a little bit, and I think you're near. Are you near Glasgow? You don't have to say the actual suburb you're in,
Oh,
but if you tell us where you're near,
yeah.
I'm in West Lothian.
West Lothian, yeah. So, drop me a message. Come and chat to me. Yep. I know. I know Livingston area. So yeah, drop me a wee message and we'll get a gab. We'll get a wee
A
gab.
what?
A wee gab, like a
Like
wee
a talk. Yeah. I'm just not up with the English Scottish lingo being
I
here in
know.
Australia.
Honestly, I ended up diving into pure slang there. Like, see if you were to watch me talking to my granny, I don't honestly think you would understand a word I say because I'm actually from originally, and it's genuinely like another language. Like when you hear it, see if someone was to play it back to me. Oh, like I love it. I'm biased, but
Well, look, I recorded a podcast with Leandra a couple of weeks ago, and I can't remember. Were you from Zambia originally? And then moved to Scotland, and you can just hear the differences in her voice, and every now and again you can hear the Scottish bit come out, and it's like, wow, yeah. So yeah.
yeah, I'm biased, but it sounds to me like home. That's just it. Like that kind of rougher, less telephone voice. The rougher one sounds like home.
Yeah. I mean, look, because I grew up in England, whenever I hear someone from England speaking, I'm not talking the posher ones, but just normal speaking, I'm just always like, wow, that's how I used to speak.
Yeah.
Now I speak with a posh Australian accent.
Well, this is me trying to be posh, but I think it's failing, which is fine with me.
No, it's good. All right, so tell us a bit about what you're doing at the moment then.
So at the moment, there's two main things that I'm doing. The first one is coaching. So I want my coaching to be accessible. So most people will not be priced out of my services. Most people will not be priced out. Other coaches, what they're doing is a separate thing. So at the minute, I'm doing 45-minute single sessions, 90-minute sessions, 60-minute sessions, and then I have my bigger 6-week program for coaching. And really what it does is I've studied a master's in psychology. I'm an author in the subject, but I'm also a certified life coach with distinction. So there is an academic background there. So I slap the two of them together, and what it does, it gives people the sort of comfort of science, of psychology, to understand their mind. And then I kind of use that to bring them closer, and then in a loving way, just whack them with some effort. And
Because as you were talking then, I was going to go, and then you go, pow!
yeah, like I want them to be comfortable. It's a very unique style of coaching. It's actually very hard to explain. It's one of these ones that when I'm doing it, I do it naturally, but to explain it, it's difficult. But psychology and spiritual energy work like combine together to help the person realize they are their power, be brave enough to make decisions to let go of stuff that doesn't make you happy, whether that's, previous past memories, trauma. So I am obviously a trained trauma crisis responder, so I'm trauma informed. So yeah, I want people to be able to come, chat with me, feel like I'm in their actual corner.
Yeah.
And if people are done with the clinical route and they're done with this sort of catch-all service and they want something holistic, breathable, personal, then I would be the right coach for them. And I do say that with heart. Like I'm not a salesy person. I love what I do, and it makes me, when I wake up in the morning and that's what I'm doing, and it's under the name that I've created, Good Shit Guru, and I've got an app, a Boxer app, and my clients message me during the day, and honestly, like, I actually love it. I'm like, oh, they're doing so well, and I'm actually like organically rooting for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just nice. The other thing I'm doing is I've launched an ebook. So this is like a digital book filled with like how to blend psychology and energy work together, and also hundreds of journal prompts, wellness activities, and it's launching on the 24th of May, but pre-orders are coming through, available now. So
How many pages is that?
At the minute, this is me down to a T, so it's 50 pages right now, but each of the pages are containing like stuff that is supposed to hurt your brain, questions that are supposed to really awake stuff that's like sitting down there that you haven't thought about in a while. So it's supposed to be like a kind of pocket-sized emotional poke the bear, but in a really good way, in an informative way, and in a way that makes you go, do you know what? I am going to sit down with a journal and answer these questions in this ebook. I am going to, take ownership of a little bit of holistic empowerment. It's designed to empower in a really short, sharp way. I don't know if you're like me, but see a big long book. I'm a classic. Like, see my bookshelf behind me, right? There's about 70% of the books in there I've read the first chapter, and it's not because the book's not interesting. I just have the attention span of a spoon. So it's a book designed to be read and not feel like you have to drag yourself through every page and when will this end. I suppose it's just a little digestible thing to help people's mindsets, and yeah.
Well, look, when I was younger, I used to love reading books, and I would sit down on a weekend and read a whole biography, autobiography. I love reading those sort of things, biographies. And yet, 2 days and I'd finish the book, 400, 500 pages, didn't worry me. And then as I've got older, I just sort of, I'm like you, I start reading a book and I go, oh, I don't know if this is really for me. And then I'll start another one. But because I've had a few people who have written books and then I've talked to them either on here or on a podcast, they send me the book and I go, there's 200 pages here. I better start reading. So I've like read them in one night or a night and half a day. And then, so I'm ready to do the conversation with them. And it's been actually really good because they're small enough to be able to read and take it all in. And then I finished reading it and I go, God, I don't even remember what was in it. But then I start talking to the people and I go, oh, can I just ask you about, and I remember it all. So a shorter book's usually better for me, like you, because you can just take it all in.
And it's so there's stuff
Can
in
I
there.
just give you a comment? So Sarah shot me, said she was about to book a flight. I wonder if that was to come over and have a session with you. Yay for the book. And LJV Coaching, which is Leandra, love your ebook idea. Sarah shot me. I'll pop it in the show notes. But look, if you start following the Good Shit Guru, when it comes out, she'll let you know. I am Tom. That's really good. And so we're up to date.
So as for the pre-order, if you follow me and on the bio, the link to my website's there. There's a drop-down menu on the website and it says resource shop. The pre-order link is there. I don't know what this is in dollars or that, but it will obviously transfer it. But it's £5. So
that's good. So that's about $12 Australian.
Is it? Okay. I just wanted to make it something that people can actually like. I suppose it's like coffee money, really. I don't want people to be delaying like, oh, I'll need to wait for that and stuff like that. I don't like that. I don't like the whole pricing out thing. So yeah, £5.
And also, if they would have a look at a couple of your little videos on Instagram, they'd get to see how you are and the things you talk about. You talk about all different things. It's not like you just talk about spirituality or crystals or counselling. It's a whole hodgepodge of different things, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose, do you know what? I'm one of these people who has the weirdest thoughts, right? And so many of them in a day that honestly it's easy to just put some on Instagram so that they can be like sat there, reserved. It's like a creche for my mind. Like, yeah. That's what it's like.
So that's coming out the 24th of May.
Yeah.
Good stuff. And look, I have to say, since I first met you the year ago or 8 months ago, whatever it was, you are just beaming with confidence and the way you talk about things now, you can really see your passion. And I think because when I spoke to you, we talked about your life and what you were going to start to do. And I think you were still trying to work out in your head how it would all fit together. But now you can see that you've got clarity in what you want to do and what you are doing and what you're going to be doing forward, which is great.
Yeah. And it seems to be this theme in my life. Like sometimes I'm not sure the way something's going to go, but intuitively, like I know that I have to take action on something. Like not to pure go down the awful somber route, because I'm quite a happy, embodied person. But those years at school were the bullying was hard. It was hard. There's no denying that. Like I had to go through my own work to put that in a healthy place. So I think now the reason that I am, as you say, like feeling confident and feeling happy is because I got to a certain point where I was like, it's my responsibility. It's my responsibility to be happy. And gone are the days I'm going to wake up and let anybody else's energy affect mine, because see, if we look at the world right now, right, we're all really, really different, right? We're all really, really, really different. And sometimes we perceive that as a reason for conflict or a reason to make a comment about other people, right? We are all different, but there is a common denominator thought, and we all have it. And that thought is we all just want to be accepted and happy, right? A fact. We go down these rabbit holes searching for this external happiness when it sits inside ourselves, like sits right there. And the way to unlock it is by stopping access to people that literally alter your energy. That's where confidence comes from. Like it's an energy thing. It really is. That's maybe my beliefs, but when you guard your energy and feed your own energy, it doesn't matter if the person next to you is completely different. You could still be amazingly peaceful to each other.
Yeah, and look, I mean, when we spoke last time, I said to you, I can't remember if it was in the podcast or after it, that spending that time with you really affected me, because your bullying affected me because of how tough you had it and how you came out the other side with acceptance for that what you did, because you retaliated, and you know that wasn't the right way to go, and that you would spend the rest of your life being grateful and being kind to others. And you can see by the way you're talking, and well, hear from the way you're talking and see by your face that you are living what you said you had told yourself to do. And you know, I know the bullying was really, really bad. However, when you see how you are now, um, not that that should have happened to you, but maybe that happening to you has shaped you into the person you are now. Well, obviously it has. And you're so empathetic and kind and considerate and compassionate and encouraging. And you can
Yeah,
see that come through when you're speaking. You know, you want to help people. It's not like you just said, you're not there to make money. And you know, I'm the same. You know, it's about the money is a byproduct of what you do.
yeah,
And
yeah.
if you do it like you're doing it,
Mhm.
then it makes it an easy job, and it doesn't even feel like a job because you're working with what's inside you, which is then just emanating out of you and helping other people. And they'll actually feel that from you.
Yeah, yeah. And you're right that that's the byproduct um, of what I want to do, because now in my older adult life, in my more kind of reflective.
And I think I picked you up on this last time because you said your older adult life. And I said to you, how old are you? You're about 29, aren't you? Or is that older?
27, 27. But I mean,
But I'm
what,
51. So in
I
my
thought
older life,
I thought you were 25. I'm confused now.
yeah, I wish I was. No, I don't
Yeah.
actually. I like being what I am. Yeah.
No, same, same. I
Yeah.
think like such an arbitrary. It's a number. Goodness, it's so arbitrary. Honestly, it's the same as like my eyes are green, yours are blue. Just I mean, the energy's informed here. The energy's right. So, I think what would I say? I think in my current um the way my brain works now, um it's not the same as when I was in the sort of eye of the storm with bullies and stuff like that. But now I realise that see those bullies, right? Like what what were they carrying inside?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were they what were they feeling inside to actually respond to that? Because I meant nothing to them. I just was the most obvious option because they knew I was going for surgeries. I had a little scar in my lip and stuff like that. So I was the visible target, right? And I can accept that because well, I think I look mighty fine these days, so we're all good. But uh, basically, I think there must have been something eating away at their internal energy center to actually be able to respond like that. So I wouldn't sit down and have a candlelit dinner with any of these people, but I sure as hell would give them a massive cuddle. I would.
And look, you know, as we see usually as well with kids who don't understand their bullying, who haven't reached that age where they can see reasoning and consequence.
Yeah.
We don't know also what's happened in that child's house. Like, are they being bullied by mum or dad? Are they being bashed up by mum and dad? And then they come to school, and you're
Yeah.
an easy target. And then they can feel themselves that they're a bit stronger, and they don't realize that they're actually hurting you. They're just mimicking what mum and dad are doing, or mum or dad. And in some cases, you know, that is the cause of it. So at home, they've got such a hard time that they need to show their power. And that's not that they should be forgiven. Well, they can be it gets into this big loop, doesn't it? Because yes, we want to forgive them because there are reasons behind things. There might not be reasons. They might just be an arsehole. But, you know, there usually is a reason behind why someone acts out or does something to someone else.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't, I try best not to think that people are just innately bad or arseholes, right? I mean, some people are, let's be honest, there's just some people that you would not chill with, right? But
Yeah.
I also think it can be as like it can be a bit simpler than that. Like there might not be anything going on at home. There might not be any like major obvious contributors to this bully, but they might just have something going on in their mind. They might
Yeah.
just have something on in their own mind. They might have the perfect life and the perfect upbringing and the perfect parents. Gosh, they could still have a little fly buzzing about in there. And I think as I've gotten older, into my adult life, I I see more to empower people rather than harbour sadness and fear. Like, yeah, the legitimacy is those things did happen to me, but they happened for me as well because if I hadn't been bullied, if I hadn't seen such gnashing teeth and horrid comments and all the rest of it, I wouldn't know the polarity of who I wanted to be, which is like a person that just totally loves people. I'm the type of person, if you stand next to me at a train station, I will literally talk to you. You don't want to stand near me, I will literally chat. Like, it's just the way I'm, I suppose, engineered now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look, we have to actually record a podcast, don't we? Because I think
Yeah.
we have this what's the word? Not synchronization, synchronicity, because we can see, I guess, the energy, how people are. We can empathize. You know, I have to read you some of these comments. I wanted to ask Memories for Us. What does LMBO mean? Do you know what that means?
I think it LMF feel like he was laughing at the 2 seconds, sorry, I think my dog's headbutting my door. Could I just
Okay. Yeah, go and get him.
Okay. Actually, this just in, right? This is dead exciting news for everybody on the live today. My new couch is arriving in 5 minutes, right? I'm getting a new couch today, and it means that I can spend May the 4th on my arse on the couch watching Star Wars, having like an army of snacks. So my day here to like up here. So I just want to share that because things have just gotten really good in this house.
So we've got to let you go in 5 minutes.
I'll need to go and help whoever with the couch because they better not scrape my walls.
No. Well, look, let's read some comments. So Blixa Girl says, your outlooks align beautifully. Our JV coaching, age is just a number. The soul's wisdom is far greater. Memories for Us. I love the vibration you two give off. Gareth McCauley, great example of resilience. Scottish Irish people are some of the most resilient people you will come across. I think he's also having a dig at me. Empaths attract broken people. That's been my personal experience. And talk and offer an iron brew. What's that mean?
Oh, an iron brew is the perfect drink. Not to be biased or anything, but that with a wee bit of ice, or do you know what? Straight from the can. If you've got any coolness about you.
Is it like a beer?
Eh?
Is it a beer?
Oh no, Iron Brew is like a fizzy drink, but it's the drink of champions in Scotland. Say you've got like a sore head, maybe if you've enjoyed like a mimosa or 5 on it out. The next day you're going to want to like guzzle down Iron Brew. Put it that way. It's make life right again.
Right.
So good. It's like bright orange. I need to send you a picture of it. I cannot believe
Is it like Lucozade?
It's better than Lucozade. Same colour, better taste. It's like a wee cat. It's so good.
comments. Memories for us says LMBFBO was laughing my butt off. LJV Coaching Leandra says, I would love you on my podcast too at the Good Shit Guru, not to me. I'm already going on there, I think. Star Wars Forever, Rob Kelleher is waving. Gareth Macaulay is laughing his butt off. Gareth Macaulay is the Scottish water. Ha 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 ha. Iron brew, it's full of sugar. There you go. Earn brew. Is it iron brew or earn brew?
Iron brew, and it is full of sugar, but they changed the recipe a while back, and it's not been the same since. So,
don't you hate that?
We're very patriotic about the iron brew. Honestly, like it's it's part of the staple Scottish diet.
Wow. Is it anything like what's that one that gives you wings? Red Bull?
No, tastes nothing like it. I don't know how to explain it. Orangey, irony.
Orangey irony.
Pure. I don't know how to describe it. All I know is it's a gift for Scots.
Oh, look, Good Shit Guru, you have really brightened my night tonight. It's been really funny. It's been entertaining. You've come up with some good points, and the stuff you're doing is amazing. And like I said to you, Leandra says it's like Fanta Dan but sweeter. And Gareth says we need to get Daniel on Iron Brew. And Blix Girl went, ew. Look, I love listening to you, and I have listened to some of your video things you've put up. I think you, from when I spoke to you a year ago, you're incredible then, but I mean now you just ooze what you're doing. You look so bright, happy, healthy, and good luck to you. Everything you're doing, it's amazing.
Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you for having me on today. Just want to say to anyone that views this now, or is viewing this now, or views it in the future, if you see this, I want you to have like an amazing day. Deliberately go after the things that make your mind good and happy, and abandon shit for all the stuff that doesn't. Come see me over in the Good Shit Guru. Literally come and have a chat with me. Like, I like to know and chat to people, so don't hesitate. And the ebook's on the link in my bio as well for pre-order.
And that's May 24th. And what I was going to ask you, I think the last time I actually chatted with you in a message was when you took a photo of yourself by a tree. Is that right? And you were the camera was a long way away, and you said it was absolutely freezing where you did that photo shoot in the morning. But you had to get the photo with the tree.
Yes, I think it was the one that was the tree of the year in 2020. Now, how on earth does a tree get tree of the year is not fun, right? I had to go and see it. I had to go and see the tree of the year. And
so that was really the tree of the year, because it was like on barren wasteland. There was nothing there. It looked like it was on one of those salt lakes just stuck in the middle.
That's why it's tree of the year, because it's like got concrete all around it, stones, and the water comes in and it clutches onto the earth for dear life. That is the tree of the year.
Well, that's really a good thing to leave on, isn't it? Because if that tree is covered by concrete and stones and everything, and the water comes in and feeds it, and it's still good, and it's the tree of the year, what does that tell us about ourselves? Things can be really crap, really bad. We feel like we're in a really horrible place, but as long as we hang on, we can get through, and we could be person of the year.
Exactly, right? There's beauty in absolutely everything, right? Absolutely everything. It's all about perception. So just perceive your life as one big ball of opportunity and just grab hold of it and bloody enjoy yourselves. Honestly, just enjoy yourselves. We're just muscles with skin for a carrier bag holding us together. Right? It is all a wee bit weird, but we might enjoy it.
Oh, look, this has been fantastic. So good. We'll catch up again soon off here, and we'll organise a podcast, and we'll hear some
Okay.
more of your wisdom that we can spread with people. And now Leandra has also said she'd like you on her podcast. I think you two will get on really good because you're both spiritual, both counselling. Look, it's been an absolute pleasure to see you again, see the changes in you, and thanks so much for coming on. It's been brilliant.
Thanks for having me. I'll send you a picture of Irn-Bru, and I'll send you a picture of my new couch. Can't wait.
And oh no, so I go to Good Shit Guru for the link for your book. And
Yes.
why did you take the little asterisks out of shit?
Because it annoyed me, simply.
Oh.
Like, there was no major discovery. It just annoyed me. I just took it out.
Ah. Because yeah, when I wrote it in the advert for tonight, I put it in, and then I realised that you'd taken it out, and I thought, well, no, I've already done the advert. I'm not going back to change it just to take that out.
It's all right. It's all right. It means the same thing, but I just removed it. I think it was annoying for me to continually put the shift button and then the little asterisk. So I just. If I'm honest.
Great. I love these ones when I just laugh all the way through. It's good, and I needed to have a good laugh. It's always good.
Good.
Thank you so much. I will see you
Thank you.
again soon. Take care.
See you soon.
Thank you, everybody, for commenting and watching along. It was great to have you all on board. And yes, go and follow the Good Shit Guru, Ellis. She's there. She's got loads of stuff. She's always posting bits and pieces, and it will be stuff like this which will make you glow, make you feel better, and make you happy about what's happening in your life.
Can I just say the comments froze for me. So that's why I couldn't read them. Like I can only see the comments from the very start. So if people think that I haven't read the comments, I can't see them. So whatever comments there was, thanks for giving them.
Well, that's why I kept reading them out so that they could hear that we were reading them out, so that you could hear what they were. People love you. People love you. They think it's been great watching you both. Amazing. Thank you, guys. Lots of happy, smiley faces. Fierce. Love you. Enjoy the couch. May the 4th be, etc. Glow. Blah, 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 blah. And then we've got from Rob. Rob is probably up really early. I reckon he's doing his workout in America at about 5 in the morning, maybe 4 in the morning.
On you go,
so he
Rob.
watches these things while he's doing his workout. So thanks for coming in, Rob. It's good to see you here.
Yeah. Thanks, everybody, for being here.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.